We are lucky enough to be joined by Aaron Conklin this morning, our gaming guru, to talk about 3 fresh new games. And the first one we're going to talk about, it kind of has a movie tie-in, and we're always a little skeptical of those games. But they've done this one, I guess, in a classy way, kind
Yeah,
of.
I definitely think so. We're talking about 007 Legends.
Yes.
So instead of tying it to Skyfall, the movie that's coming out this month,
Yep.
they actually decided to put together sort of a Bond retrospective to celebrate the 50th anniversary. So what you're playing through is actually classic scenes from movies like Goldfinger and Moonraker and On Her Majesty's Secret Service.
Yeah.
And then what they're going to do is actually release a Skyfall-themed episode as downloadable content in a month. So you'll get the movie tie-in, but you don't have to worry about it.
So it's
sucking,
not entirely tied into the movie, but there is an element that's tied into the movie.
Right. I think it'll be fun for people to play through some of these classic episodes. You know, they actually use the characters and the dialogue from the film. So if you're a Bond fan, this one's going to be great.
All right. When is this game available?
This is available on the 16th.
On the 16th. All right. And how much is it?
It's going to be $60.
And what platforms?
It's for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360.
All right. Excellent. The second game that we're going to talk about now.
Sure, this is Dishonored, actually. And this game is out already.
Yep.
It's sort of an open world game, really interesting. You actually play as the protector of an empress of a city that's been overrun by a plague. And then you get framed for assassinating her, and you have to sort of go underground and clear your name. What's cool about this is that the game gives you 2 different ways to play. You can actually go in with guns blazing and your sword slashing and kill everything in sight. Or you can try and sneak through the shadows. You actually get supernatural powers that help you with that. And you can sneak up behind people and just subdue them rather than killing them. There's actually a gameplay advantage to doing it from the stealth perspective. If you kill everything in sight, more dead bodies, more rats, more plague, and you end up with a darker ending. So I think the people who like a challenge will try and sneak through the shadows instead.
But it at least gives you that option. Some games try to pigeonhole you to one or the other. At least in this one you have an option, but if you take the more violent approach, there will be a setback to it.
Yeah.
You said the game is already out.
Yes, it is.
What platforms is it available on?
Also available for PlayStation 3 and 360.
And how much will this one run you?
Also $60.
Also $60. All right, final game we're going to talk about today, Aaron.
So Skylanders Giants. So if you
Now
have-
this one I'm not familiar with.
All right, so if you've been in a toy store or just about any store in the last year or so, you've probably seen Skylanders. So these little plastic figures that came out as part of Skylanders Spyro's Adventure, which
I
came
think I
out
know what
last
you're
year.
talking about now,
So
yeah.
the deal with these is that you buy these little figures and you stick them on this peripheral called the Portal of Power, and they show up in the game. You play the game, and then the stats get remembered on the little piece of plastic, and you can take it over to your friend's house and play it on his system, or you could switch between the various platforms, Wii, etc. So what they're doing now, they made just a ton of money with these. Kids just love them.
Yeah.
So now they're actually supersizing and going with Giants. So starting later this month, you're actually going to be able to buy a pack for $75 that has like a supersized figure that you know, kind of like tools around in the game, kind of gives you a little different strategic element. So it's kind of the next wave of figures to collect.
Okay, this is pretty neat. All right, now when is this going to be available?
This one is actually available on the 21st.
Available on the 21st, and for what platforms?
This is going to be available for Wii. It's going to 360, PlayStation 3, and 3DS, and then it'll also be on the Wii U, which comes out next month.
I'm guessing there are a lot of different price points for this, or is it just one price point?
$75 is the starter kit, and that gets you 1 giant and 2 smaller figures, and then the game itself, and then from there you can buy the individual figures.
Okay, awesome. Aaron, we appreciate it so much. Thank you for stopping by. If you get a chance, try out some of those games. Who knows, if you're lucky enough, you may meet us online and you can take us on.
There you go.